What is up, everyone? I am back here with a new custom figure, and actually I haven't done one of these in quite some time. But as you can see here, I have this dude standing on top of this thing, and he's got pointy ears and a weird suit. Well, for those of you who've seen The Amazing Spider-Man 2, or even just read the title, this is my version of the Green Goblin, who appeared in the last 5 minutes of the movie. Anyway, I made both him and the glider, and of course I took many liberties of my own, as you can plainly see here. I was not striving for 100% accuracy, and overall I like the finished product. I think it turned out pretty well, almost exactly the way I wanted it to. So I'm going to go over the figure and the glider individually and show you the components of it and each thing that went into making it. So here we go. So here we have Harry Osborn as the Green Goblin. He is the main component of the set, and he was very lazily thrown into the last 20 minutes of the movie, but I digress. For those of you who know who Michael MGF is, he makes some of the best customs on YouTube, and after seeing his Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure showcase, where he made 5 figures, as well as seeing the actual costume from the movie, I had some inspiration to make this. And I pretty much had my work cut out for me. It really wasn't that hard. As you can see here, I have Yellow Jacket's torso from the Ant-Man set, and the torso does look a bit weird, but I will get into that later, because there is a reason for that. Anyway, Shredder's face from Ninja Turtles, Man-Bat's hairpiece, as well as an Ultron droid's hip and right leg. Now, there were some complications with making this. Let's start off with... let's get on to the easy part. Yellow Jacket's torso here was, of course, it's not completely accurate to the appearance in the movie. Thank you, Lego. That was actually a blessing, because in that case, I would not have been able to make this if it looked more like how it did in the Ant-Man film, as it has this yellowish-green lighting on it, which suited perfectly with the sandy green left arm and leg that sports on the costume. And it did have this robotic, metallic, Iron Man-like kind of feel, which is what I was going for, which is how it looks in the movie as well. Now, the lower half, his legs, originally I wanted to use the Yellow Jacket hip and right leg piece as well, but for some reason the green leg on the left side wouldn't fit. It was very flimsy, and it was loose, and it kept falling off for some strange reason, so I had to switch them. Of course, I used an Ultron droid, and it fit. It was fine, alright? It wasn't exactly what I wanted to use. In fact, the shade of gunmetal gray that it has is a bit darker too, but it's really not an issue. It still has that metallic robotic kind of feel to it. But the reason for the original leg not fitting on the original piece is because the Yellow Jacket figure that I used is a knockoff. It's not the real thing. And so it looks exactly like it, but of course the actual Lego product that I tried to fit onto the knockoff piece wouldn't fit, so I had to use a substitute, and it works just fine. Now, Shredder's head was kind of weird. I didn't have anything that looked like it had lesions all over his face, and he looked very diseased like he does in the movie, so I had to use the next best thing. And actually, I prefer this one. It kind of reminds me of Harry Osborn in Spider-Man 3 after fighting Peter when he's in the black suit. He looks so cheesy, but it was great. I really enjoy that. Man-Bat's hairpiece. This is where things get a bit weird. Normally, people would use something from, like, The Hobbit or Elves or something like that, where it was just a normal blonde hairpiece with smaller ears. It looked just like this one, and my camera's out of focus now. But it looked just like this one, except the ears were substantially smaller. Actually, I have to say, I like this one a bit more, just because the ears give it more of that goblin-like feel to it, which I don't think the movie version did very well. So I decided to keep it. And I figured, why the heck not? Overall, the figure itself took about maybe 10 minutes to do, just because I had to collect all the pieces and then sorting things out and trying to get things to fit, which wasn't easy at all. And the green leg and arm, of course, I also just found from my Dr. Octopus minifigure, and the hand I took from Yoda, so that wasn't that hard. Overall, I was very happy with how it came out. It was a simple design, and it turned out pretty much the way I wanted it to. So there we have the Green Goblin, and now we will move on to the glider. So here we have the Goblin's glider. Now, you might notice that it looks a bit different. Assuming you've seen the movie version and you know how it looks, this one doesn't look very accurate to that. And once again, I wasn't striving for accuracy. I wanted to go my own way and do my own thing with it, which I did. And I based this more so off of the original glider from the 2002 Spider-Man that Sam Raimi directed, just because I like the overall shape and feel of it better. So I kept the color scheme intact of all things, having that nice dark gray, black, green mix that is also associated with the suit. Let me move that down there so you get a better view. Hopefully that focuses. And it also does have some moving parts, which I will show in a minute. I also had some influences from the comic version of the glider too, hence why you can see this central clip piece right in the middle, which I will get into later. The joints here fold inward to, I guess, streamline it a bit. I don't really know why I chose to do that, but I like how it looks when it folds up. So, to demonstrate kind of more of its technological aspects, I guess you can say that. I don't really know. I just like the way it works. I have the boosters on the back, and right here these things fold up so you can have kind of like, they can be guns or they can be thrusters for jets or something like that. Really, it's all up to imagination. The Goblin stands right here behind these clips where he faces forward where the wings are, and of course the wings fold out when it's flying, and there you have it. Now, the centerpiece here, as I mentioned before, where the bottom jet is, I chose to emulate the comics in some senses, because in the comics, the Green Goblin's glider has this sort of bat gargoyle-like feel to it, and that's why I put that little clip there, because it kind of looks like a bat's head, or a gargoyle, or something like that, and it fit all together with the color scheme, giving it that gargoyle-like appearance. And I thought that was a nice little design trope, because he could also be used like blades if he's charging at Spider-Man, which is a bad idea. And the green there also works with the suit, and is also authentic to how it looks in the film as well, because I think it has some green on there as well. Oh, I should mention that the clips on the front don't have any purpose. They can't fit anything, to the best of my knowledge, and, well, they're just there for looks. So, that's really the most that I can say there. Anything else? Oh, here. Allow me to show you what the Green Goblin looks like standing on the glider, just to get you a better feel. I think you saw it in the beginning of the video, of course, but there you have it. It's pretty small, and of course it folds in on itself, like when it's idle, and then it folds out when it's flying. And overall, I think it turned out pretty well. There's really not much to say about the overall design that I haven't explained thus far. And also, I do have the original Green Goblin figure from the Spider-Man line back in '02. The original head that I had was badly damaged. I still have it, but I decided to switch it so that the helmet would stay on. And I lost the original legs, too. I'll stand you right there. And hey, we have father and son now. And I think I've covered pretty much everything. So, that is my Green Goblin and glider custom, and I hope you all like it. And if you want to see more, if maybe even you have requests, don't be afraid to comment, and of course like and subscribe if you like what you see here. And that's about it. So thank you all for watching.